Oda put out a statement regarding the live-action One Piece. Sure, I'll look it up. One Piece creator offers update on Netflix live-action series. Will be setting sail very soon. Apparently all that hoopla about the CGI being terrible was all fake and not real, so I guess there's still potential. Been working with Tomorrow Studios and Netflix for quite some time, Oda wrote in a letter posted online. Even though they understand each of the characters, we obviously come from very different cultures, so when it comes to entertainment, we have different codes, skill sets, and aims. Sometimes it can be frustrating for both sides, it felt like. Sometimes it can be frustrating for both sides. It felt like we're all trying to get to the same place, so how come we're not on the same wavelength? There was even a time when I thought, is a foreign production even possible? Oda went on to say that all involved in the show have been hard at work this entire time, and that each and every entity involved is working in sync. And while it was previously announced that the show would debut in 2023, Oda said, they've promised that we won't launch until I'm satisfied. Well, that's huge. That's big. I will say though, I think this is very on the money. You can see that with pretty much every Western adaptation of anime. Like, look at the Cowboy Bebop live action. I don't know how they're gonna pull off live action Luffy, for example, without it just being the most annoying shit of all time. Things they resub CJ, Fry Lord, and Race and Indifferent. Apparently they're also like blasting through like the One Piece story, like speed running it. So I feel like that's just gonna be tough. Well, this is odd. Considering my expected lifespan, I believe this is the last chance to bring One Piece to the entire world. If we're gonna do it, I want to be able to supervise things while I'm still active. That's why I agreed to the live-action adaptation of One Piece back in 2016. What the fuck? I didn't know it was that long. One Piece has already been brought to the entire world, brother. That just goes to show you, I think that's just a big difference in our culture. One Piece is like one of the most best-selling pieces of fiction ever. Like, literally ever. It's already worldwide. It means people not into animation? Yeah, but even if you're not into animation, you still do know One Piece. Even if you don't read the manga or watch the show, you still know it. Everyone's heard One Piece before. Not normies. I find that hard to believe. I bet if I texted my dad and asked him if he'd heard One Piece, he would probably say yes, even though my dad knows nothing about anime or anything. I really just think it's one of those names that's kind of reached the mainstream. Your dad is a gamer. Yeah, now he is. He's getting there. I'll see if he's awake. It's not mainstream. The average person has never heard of One Piece, I promise. I just disagree. Would you say the average person has heard of Naruto? I imagine you'd say yes. I feel like One Piece has infiltrated that same normie market as well. By all metrics, One Piece is bigger than Naruto, and I still think it's infiltrated like pop culture the same way Naruto had. Same with Dragon Ball. I would say Dragon Ball is still. I think that's. I don't think One Piece is up to Dragon Ball in terms of mainstream relevance. That I think is getting a little carried away, but I definitely say it's on par with Naruto in terms of mainstream appeal. Knowing the name and knowing the story is different. Well, yeah, obviously. I'm just talking about name recognition, man. Everybody in the fucking world knows Dragon Ball. Just like I feel like the majority of people also know Naruto. And I would say One Piece is on the same level of mainstream adaptation as Naruto. Thanks the resub, Lang. And the bit Sweet and Chun. No, I don't know anything about it, Sweet. There hasn't been any updates, so I don't know. MoistCr1tikal, I don't know. No, One Piece isn't that known. I just don't know where, like, what, based on what, man? It is literally one of the most best-selling pieces of fiction ever. Hold on. I think it outsold Batman. I'm pretty sure I remember reading that. Let's see. And it's not like that's all just localized to Japan sales. Here. Where can I get the list of all manga and comic breakdown? Pretty sure there's a Wikipedia for it. Yep. It is One Piece. With 100... Oh man, wait. No, that can't be right. Is it? Hold on. No, there's no way. No, yeah. One Piece has over 110 million more sales than the entirety of Batman and Spider-Man. Literally any comic book except Superman. Superman beats it by... What is that? 80 million units? In Japan. No, this is worldwide. This is just worldwide sales. So it looks like Superman is still the best-selling comic slash manga. Which I didn't expect. I thought it was Batman. I didn't know Superman was that ahead. Is it all time or specific time frame? No, it's all time. So Superman from 1938 to present has approximately 600 million sales. Batman 1939 to present has approximately 484 million, even though it has 2,000 more issues than Superman. And then Spider-Man's in third place with 387 million. And One Piece is right behind Superman with 500 and... Oh, I misread that the first time. But 516 million. So Superman 1, One Piece 2. But way more people know Batman than One Piece. Well, yeah, I would agree with that too. Yeah, I agree. I think Batman is more culturally mainstream adapted than One Piece. I agree. But that doesn't mean that One Piece is some like obscure unknown thing that nobody's ever heard of. And like the only way it's going to get mainstream is to be on fucking Netflix with a live action. I just disagree. I still think it's up there with Naruto when it comes to mainstream, like, adoption. Also, for what it's worth, Dragon Ball isn't even in the top 10 when it comes to sales. Which is crazy. He's a tier 1 butt chug, and the resub chainsaw, and the prime shades, whisperer, and the bits arrow. True arrow, I mean, maybe. Comics in general kind of niche, though. Here, that's an interesting thing. Why don't we look up, like total franchise, so not only comics and manga, but also all the merchandise, the shows, everything. Let me see if they have that. Let me look there. I'm curious. Do they have something like that? No. I could just go to like the highest grossing franchises. But I don't know if that's going to count any of that shit. Let's see. I'll do a Control F. Let's do Naruto. It's not even on here. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, though. Yu-Gi-Oh's in the top... What is this, top 50? Yeah, top 50. Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards do work. No, I know, that shit pops. What about Batman? Batman is... Oh, yeah, Batman is way up here. It is entirely carried. 21 billion of its 29 billion entirely carried by just merchandise sales. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Yeah, no, toys go crazy, man. They do. They absolutely do. Pokemon's number one, and it's not even close. Pokemon will always be the highest grossing franchise. I don't imagine that getting dethroned anytime soon at all. Pokemon's just too powerful. Thanks to Resub Sin. And they still make shitty games. Yeah, they put no effort into their games, which is always so sad.